Miss Kraft is Daft, Chapter 7, The Truth About Miss Kraft. After we finished the math lesson, it was time for lunch. We had to walk in a single file, 1,100 miles, to the vomitorium. I sat with Alexa and the guys, but Andrea and Emily weaseled their way to the end of our table. They are so annoying. We all had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches except for Ryan. He had a turkey sandwich, which is a sandwich that has meat on the outside and bread in the middle. Miss Kraft is weird, I said. Yeah, I thought she was going to be cool when she was doing all that clown stuff, Michael said, but then she made us do math. She's just like every other teacher, said Alexa. All she ever wants to do is teach us stuff. Yeah, she's no fun at all, I said. That's when little Miss Know-It-All had to open her big mouth. Learning is a good thing, you know, Andrea said. When you learn new things, it makes you a better person. Can you possibly be more boring, said Alexa. Andrea and Alexa started sticking their tongues out at each other, which is what you do when somebody says something mean to you. Little Miss Perfect was getting on my nerves. I tried to think of something I could do to annoy her. Then I picked up 2 straws and put them in my nostrils. Look, I'm a walrus, I announced. Everybody laughed except Andrea. Of course. That's disgusting, Arlo, she said. So is your face, I told her. Oh, snap, said Ryan. I was going to put 2 more straws in my ears, but you'll never believe in 1,100,000 years who came over to our table at that very moment. It was Mr. Klutz. He looked a little happier than before, but just to be on the safe side, I pulled the straws out of my nostrils and threw them under the table. The straws, that is, not my nostrils. It would be weird to throw your nostrils under the table. Hi, everybody, said Mr. Klutz. I just wanted to see how you were making out with Miss Kraft. Ew, gross, I said. We weren't making out with Miss Kraft. Well, isn't she a great teacher? Asked Mr. Klutz. Miss Kraft is wonderful, said Andrea. She makes learning fun. Mr. Klutz liked hearing that, and he went to ask the kids at the other tables how much they liked making out with Miss Kraft. I was just thinking, I told everybody after he left, maybe Miss Kraft isn't a real substitute teacher at all. What do you mean? Asked Alexa. Well, I said, maybe she's just a clown who ran away from the circus. People don't run away from the circus, Ryan told me. They run away from home to join a circus. Well, what about this? I suggested. Maybe Miss Kraft murdered our real substitute teacher at the circus and came to our school so nobody would know what happened. And then she would get away with murder, Neil said. I saw that in a movie once, said Michael. A guy murdered somebody and then he pretended to be the guy he murdered so nobody would know the guy was missing. That's ridiculous, Andrea said, rolling her eyes. You're just trying to scare Emily again. I'm scared, said Emily. AJ may be right, said Alexa. I don't think Miss Kraft is a real substitute teacher. What if she didn't murder our real sub? I suggested. What if she kidnapped our real substitute teacher and has her locked up in the circus cage with a lion? Stuff like that happens all the time, you know. Yeah, Michael said, and the lion is probably pacing back and forth right now, wondering why the substitute teacher is in his cage. I bet that lion is hungry, said Ryan. We've got to do something, shouted Emily, and then she went running out of the vomitorium. Jeesh, that girl will fall for anything. After Emily left, Alexa told us that at her old school, the kids used to play tricks on the substitute teachers. Well, what kind of tricks? I asked, instantly interested. Like we would drop all our books on the floor at the same time, she said. The substitute teacher would be talking, and then suddenly there was a loud boom. It was hilarious. We should do that, said Ryan. Yeah, said Michael. That would be cool. I'm not going to do that, said Andrea. You heard what Mr. Klutz said about behavior. You're going to get in trouble. You might get suspended. Not if we all do it, said Alexa. They can't punish all of us. Everybody except Andrea agreed that dropping our books at the same time was a great idea, and that Alexa should get the Nobel Prize. That's the prize they give out to people who don't have bells. Let's all drop our books on the floor at exactly 1 o'clock, Alexa said. It was going to be hilarious. I couldn't wait for 1 o'clock to come.